Okay, hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So, I wanted to talk about really fast the, I guess, narrative, I'd say, around Nicki dropped her Fendi, her collaboration with Fendi. Either last night, I think it was last night, technically it dropped, or it dropped at midnight, regardless, it dropped. And I want to talk about a few things that have been some things that I've seen that's been around that. Mostly, I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, you guys aren't supporting her. Oh, she's the first black woman ever to do a collection with Fendi, but nobody's really hyping her up, and I don't see y'all talking about that." And blah, 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 blah. There are so many things or reasons, I'll say, why maybe this collaboration ain't getting. I don't really know what people want or what the Barbs want. The Barbs probably want somebody to go and, you know what I mean? But in all reality, let's be real. Oh, there's so many different ways I could come at this. All right. More than anything, I'll say this. And I'm going to put like some pictures and some stuff up here on the side to get to my point. So this is a few pictures of the different things that she has on her website. And as you can see, the price points are ridiculous. And I will say that's probably the main reason why black people in particular ain't really going so up and going so hard, because this is nothing that we could fucking afford. The average person, fuck black, the average person can't afford no $10,000 jacket, can't afford a $1,000 boot at all. So I feel like the reason why, well, part of the reason why she's not getting, I guess, as much quote-unquote support, I don't really know what you Barbs want, but I guess to me, part of the reason why she's not getting, I guess, as much praise or whatever the hell it is that y'all claim is because the price point is crazy. The price point is ridiculous. The only people that can afford some shit like that would be people that she's cool with in the industry, or maybe like some Instagram models or some shit like that. But outside of that, for Nicki's core fan base, they can't afford that shit. All they can do is tell her that she looks cute, that the stuff looks cute, but that's about it. And that's all that I can do too. I can't afford. These price points are crazy. And I woke up this morning and I went on a website, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a tad bit excited because the stuff that I did see from the collection I thought was cute. I love the spray painted picture of her with the buns, kind of like the whole Chun-Li thing that she was kind of doing. I like that. Like, I like that little image, and I like how it's put on some of the clothes and stuff like that. There's like a hoodie that she has, and I think I'm gonna put a picture. I think I got a picture of it. It's super raw, but look how much it costs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like part of Nicki's problem is that she has two different audiences. Let me say this. Nicki's never too sure which audience she wants to serve. And I feel like that's within music and outside of music. So we're going to stick with outside of music since that is what we're talking about. So previous to this line, Nicki did a line with Kmart, if anybody remember, years ago, like maybe like in 2012, 2013, she did a line with Kmart. Now, do you see how that's all the way on the end of the spectrum? So you went from doing a line with Kmart, and then you went to doing a line with Fendi. I said Fendi. Yeah, Fendi. I'm thinking of Fenty. Shout out to Rihanna. But I'm going to bring her up in a second. You can't go from one extreme to the other. You got to find a good middle point. And I do know what I'm talking about. I have my bachelor's in business administration, and I am also this close to having my MBA in business administration. You have to find a good price point. That's probably one of the biggest problems, at least with this in particular. She got to find a medium price point. Now, I feel like with the whole thing with Kmart, I feel like the reason why that didn't work out is because, number one, who the fuck really goes to Kmart? Like, let's be real. All the Kmarts that I know is closed down or was about to be closed. I don't even know if Kmart even exists still right now. or they're heavily in the South, I think, you know what I mean? And I feel like the reason why that line didn't really connect is part of the reason is because it was in Kmart. Not because it was cheaper, but because of where it was. It was in Kmart. Kmart, in my opinion, is for middle-aged white women who are kind of like stay-at-home moms, and that's where they shop. Like that's their gig, you know. That's where they go get their stuff and their kids stuff and stuff like that. But not to say black people don't go to Kmart, but it's a completely different demo than what she has, or what she had, what she has had, however it is that makes sense. The demo was completely different. So you went from doing Kmart, and that wasn't very successful. Also, not only that, but the actual clothes themselves, I had to go back and like look at the clothes again and go back and read like reviews and stuff like that. And one thing that a reviewer brought up about wearing the clothes is that the clothes look amazing on Nicki. Of course, they look amazing on Nicki. Amazing. And even good on some of the models that she had. But when you put it on a regular, average person's body, it's not going to work that same way. And this is another issue that I have. Nicki always likes to say, or at least I think with this line, she said, oh, I wanted to make clothes for girls that are shaped like me. Those are Instagram models, girl. What are you talking about? The average person, the average woman, the average black woman, we are not shaped like you are. You, Nicki, are shaped like that. Hell, Cardi could probably get those clothes. People like that, Instagram models could get those type of clothes. I'm talking about people who have had work done on their body. The average woman is not walking around here with a triple D in breast and a ass that goes from here to Texas. That's not how people are really built. And it irks the hell out of me that she always says, oh, I'm trying to make clothes for girls that look like me, when that's not even her body for real. That is a body. It's her body. It is her body. But what I'm saying is that it's not her natural body. So, and on top of that, it's very, although that body type is very poppin' and famous and stuff like that, and very notorious now, and having a slim waist and a big ass and big titties and all that stuff like that, and that's a thing that's going on right now. I'm not trying to say that doesn't happen in real life, but the average person, no, we're not out here doing that. Again, that is your Instagram models, that's your video vixens, that's your bartenders, that's your strippers. Those are the people a lot of times who are built like that. So you are coming out with clothes that of course complement your body, but you're not taking into consideration anybody else's type of body. You get what I'm saying? Like the average person is anybody who's not just like you. And the majority, specifically your fans, they're not like that. They're not shaped like that, and you should know that. So that's part of the reason to me why the Kmart line didn't work. And then when we get over here to the Fendi line, again, you went from one extreme, a very, very, very low price point, to a price point that can't nobody freaking afford. Nobody can afford that, Nicki. Let's be real. Your core audience and those people around cannot afford that type of stuff. They can't. And I don't know if maybe you don't care about that, and it's just, oh, well, I'll just get the people that I know to be cool, because I seen Winnie Harlow, she had on some stuff, but I know that they're cool. So if that's your gig, then that's fine. I feel like she should kind of model herself, at least business-wise, when it comes to this fashion stuff, because she does have a very, very, very big hand when it comes to fashion. She's very influential. She needs to follow like Rihanna. Rihanna is amazing when it comes to that. The main reason why people fuck with Fenty very hard, like the makeup line at least, even though that's not fashion, it's still outside of what she does, which is music. The reason why people fuck with that so hard is because the price point is good. The price point is something that people can afford. It's not super, super high, and it's not super, super low. It's right dead in the middle. The price point on all her stuff for Fenty is amazing. That's why it sells out. It sells out because she's Rihanna, but it also sells out because the price point works. It works. And then even with the luxury line that she has, that's the thing. It is a luxury line, which I know Fendi is a luxury line too, but I don't see her going as hard as far as trying to promote that to the public as she does for Fenty or as she does for Savage. Now, Savage is also clothes, even though it's just lingerie, but the price point on Savage is damn near perfect too. That's why it is so successful. You can't just always reach for the highest price point, because that's not always going to get you the best return on your investment. You know what I mean? So I feel like she has to find a good price point. Same thing, I'll even use Beyonce for example. Beyonce don't have a, right now she has an upcoming collection with Adidas, but she doesn't have like a actual, she has merchandise and stuff like that she sells. And if you go on her website, which I'll put a few pictures as well, her price points are decent. Some of the stuff is a little bit high on the high end, but for the most part it's affordable. And that's, I feel like, where the main issue is. It's not affordable. And outside of the price points, like I said, I just feel like Nicki, she's always very confused with what her audience is. Even when it comes to her music, it's like, should I go more pop or should I go more rapidy? Which one is it? And she gotta find a good balance, a good balance, because it's always like she either doing too much or she's doing too little. You gotta find a good freaking medium. But I'm tired of people talking about some, oh, black people don't support Nicki and this is that and the third. Yeah, we do. But you got to give us something that we want. You got to give us something that we like. And I just find it funny that she would think that her fans is going to buy out all of this Fendi stuff when no shade at all. They didn't even put up the money for her album. So, yeah, I don't really know how that's supposed to go. Again, I'll put this on the forefront. I love Nicki. I do. And I want the best for her. I honest to God do. I really do. But I feel like she needs to find a better way to address her audience, like her core audience, and I don't even say her core, her audience as a whole. She needs to find a good medium, because I feel, actually I know for a fact, I feel like Nicki probably could have did a collection with like maybe like Michael Kors or something. I know why she did it with Fendi, because of the Fendi print, so I get that, I get it. But I feel like she could have a very successful line, like not, I'm not trying to compare her to, but like with Cardi, right? Cardi did her fashion line with Fashion Nova. That made sense because Cardi B and Fashion Nova, them audiences overlap something serious. That's the thing. Your audience has to overlap. Fendi's buyers and purchasers, they don't overlap all the way with what Nicki's core audience is. They just don't. And the reason why I feel like that worked with Cardi, because I said that's her audience, and not only that, but the price points were decent. Okay, so I feel like with Nicki, you need to find where your audience really is and attack from that angle. So in my opinion, let me say, I feel like even if she wanted to keep it on a high end, I feel like Nicki could have did like she could have did a line with like maybe Gucci or maybe Louis or something like that. But in all honesty, I feel like she shouldn't have did a collection with nobody. I feel like she just should have did it herself. But that's my own personal, I have my own personal problem and issue with a lot of these black celebrities who got a lot of money always trying to go and mix up and match with these houses, when at the end of the day they get all of their inspiration from us, and how we as a whole should just come up with our own shit. That's just my own opinion, but that's a completely different conversation for another freaking day. But in general, I'm just going to end up by saying this. Black people do support Nicki, although she loves to say that black women hate her the most. We're the main ones supporting you. But for anybody who's complaining about the, oh, well, y'all didn't hype her up and this, that, and the third, I did see people hyping her up. I seen people talk about it. I seen the news outlets talk about it. What more do you want? We can't really do much more than that. We can't go hard for it like we did for Fenty, because we can't get our hands on it. We cannot afford it. And if she's okay with that, if she's okay with the fact that the only people that will be buying her stuff is people that either she knows within the industry, or, no shade, like I said, the Instagram models and the strippers, if she's cool with that, then that's cool. But don't think that your core audience is going to be able to afford that, because they're not. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think.